Look, Mikey, are you sure this is the place you wanted to show me?
Yeah, look at these huge staircases up here. There's a diamond and emerald staircase. It's unbelievable. I want to go to the top. I'm sure there'll be treasure waiting for us.
This looks extraordinary. I've never seen stairs like this before. All right, let's go to the top.
Hold it right there. It's forbidden to climb these stairs.
Huh?
We're protecting these stairs from everyone, so turn around and get out of here.
Listen, Mikey, we can bribe these golems to let us through. Well, it's better than fighting them, don't you agree?
Oh. All right. I just brought some money with me.
We'll have to give them a lot of money to bribe them. Give me $10 or even more. Then they might let us through. Great, I hope it works.
Listen, Golems, I'll make you a deal. You let us through, and we'll give you a lot of money.
No, we don't take bribes. We told you we're not letting you through, so get out of here.
What? How can it be? Money can usually solve anything. All right, let's step aside. We need to come up with a plan of action.
What are we going to do? We have to get through these golems? But how are we going to do that? I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to fight the golems. They have very powerful punches. We'll have to think of something clever.
I think I have an idea, although I'm not sure it'll work. There'll be zombies in this cave.
Oh.
We'll bring the zombies to the golems. They'll get scared and run away, or they'll want to defeat him, and then we can quickly climb the ladder.
Great. That's a brilliant plan. But be careful that the zombies don't attack you. Then we won't interfere to keep you out of the way.
Oh,
Great. I'm sure it will work. I hope we can make it and get up the stairs and get this whole thing over with. All right. I think we've got it.
All right. The zombies are coming to the golems.
Hold it right there. You're not allowed up the stairs. We have to destroy this zombie so he won't be in our way in the future. Stop running away from us. You can't run away from us.
well done. We managed to distract the golems. To be honest, I wasn't sure we'd make it. Okay, we've got to hurry up and get up those stairs. Great, I wonder what's at the top. We must hurry. The golem could come back at any moment.
Then my family will take the emerald staircase. You take the diamond ladder. I wonder what's at the top. I think there's some kind of building up ahead. It looks curious.
Listen, Mikey, you have to be careful. It seems there are traps and challenges ahead of us, so we have to be on our guard, especially since we don't know where that ladder came from.
Well, if it's a challenge, then there's a prize at the end. I'll be the first to get the prize, and you'll get nothing. The sooner we finish, the sooner we get home. These trials don't seem that hard.
So it's a challenge streak, and each next trap is harder than the previous one. So it's gonna be really hard. Okay, I wanna see Mikey come to the trials. I wonder what he'll do.
You have to be careful, Mikey. Even though it's a simple trap, you have to be on your guard.
Well, don't worry. I can easily pass this test. It's not that hard. I just have to get through these iron bars. I'll be the first one to pass this trial and get the treasure, and then I'll buy a new house and car. Okay, the most important thing is to wait for the right moment and not fall down. Great, I did it. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. Now you have to pass. I'm sure you can do it. All right, your turn.
Okay, I'm sure I can do it.
I told you we had to wait for the right moment to pass this challenge.
Great, so if we fall, we'll be resurrected. That's very convenient.
This time I will definitely be able to pass this test. I understand what needs to be done now. I slipped last time and it didn't work out, but now I know how to pass this test. There's still a little bit left and it's all over. Great. It was easier than I thought. We were able to pass this test. Let's hurry up. We still have a lot of things ahead of us. We have to start going through the trials too. They have already passed the first trap and we haven't even started yet. I noticed that we have different challenges. I think it's more interesting that way. Okay, we have to hurry up. We don't have much time. We've got to get the balance right. Great, I did it. It was even easier than I thought. Now it's your turn.
I'll go after you then. I'm sure you can do it. Well done, you're almost there, just a little bit more to go. Great, now it's my turn. We're lucky the first test is easy enough. Don't take the test without me.
I'm sure JJ's going to fall and then he'll have to do the ordeal all over again.
Great, you did it. It wasn't that hard. The next challenge is more difficult, but we'll definitely make it.
Then I'll go first. I'm sure I can do it, and it doesn't seem so difficult.
Okay, but you have to be careful. These traps are very dangerous. Although I'm sure you can pass this test, you shouldn't rush. Wait for the right moment and then go.
Great, he's doing pretty well so far. Then you'll go next and I'll go after you. I have to make sure that you can pass this test. Ho-ho! In fact, this test is not as difficult as it seems. There's not much left.
Great, I've done it. I passed the test. Now it's your turn. I'm sure you can pass. Just take your time and wait for the right moment.
It's not fair. easy. I could pass your tests with my eyes closed. I'm sure you'll fall down now, and then you'll start all over again.
You can't wait, Mikey! Great! I was able to pass that test the first time. Okay, now I want to see how Mikey does on the trials. I'm sure he'll fall down for sure. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't fall down the first time.
I'll go first then. I'm very good at jumping and keeping a good balance, so I'll be fine. It's actually not as hard as you thought. I'm almost to the end. Great, I've done it. Now it's your turn. You have to hurry up.
I'll be next then. That'll be really cool. The most important thing is not to slip. We have to hurry. We have to get to the end before JJ and his family. We have to take the whole prize for ourselves. Oh no, I can't believe it. My son fell down. Well, I'll wait until he's resurrected.
Actually, it was to be expected. When you're going through an ordeal like this, you gotta stay focused and keep your balance, and Mikey distracted his son, and he ended up falling. Well, I hope he can pass this time.
It's good that if you fall, you can rise again. Okay, you have to pass this test right this time. I'm sure you won't fall down again. You have to focus. If you can pass this test, I'll buy you ice cream. Okay, now I've figured out how to pass this test, so now I won't fall down. Well done, well done. Now it's my turn. I'm sure that I can quickly pass this test and start the next test. I'm hoping that at the end of this challenge, there will be a worthy and valuable prize waiting for us. Well, I'll hope so. Okay, I have to hurry. I can't lose to JJ. All right, I was able to pass this challenge. It wasn't that hard. Looks like the next challenge is a little more difficult.
Okay, it's simple. It's a parkour challenge. We have to complete this challenge all the way to the end as fast as possible. There's nothing difficult about this challenge. We have to jump over this lava all the way to the top. Be very careful. Watch your step. I don't want you to fall into the lava.
Great, I almost passed this test. It wasn't as difficult as I thought. Come on, why are you so slow? I want to get through this test lane before Mikey and pick up the prize. Actually, I'm surprised that Mikey's family was able to pass several traps. I thought they wouldn't even be able to pass the first test. Great, I was able to get to the top. Now it's your turn.
I'll be next then. It's better to go separately so we don't get in each other's way, so you stay put for now. Honestly, this whole ordeal isn't as hard as it looks. We haven't fallen down once yet. I'm almost through this challenge. There's still a little more to go. In fact, we're halfway through the challenge, so it'll be over soon. We must hurry. There are still a few trials ahead. The sooner we finish them, all the better. We're lucky that so far the trials are easy enough that we can pass them without too much trouble. Great, you made it through this trial. I knew you could do it. Okay, now I have to pass this test. We're almost through this challenge, so soon we'll get the prize and buy a house and a car. I have to be careful. The most important thing now is not to fall into the lava, or I'll have to do the challenge all over again. I'm almost through the challenge. There's only a little bit left, so it'll be over soon. Ho-ho!
Well done, you did it! Actually, the next challenge is more difficult, so we have to be on our guard. I don't think Mikey can pass these traps. I want to see what Mikey does now.
I'm sure Mikey won't be able to pass this challenge the first time, every time one of his family falls down. Although this trial is so easy, so he should pass it. Although if he falls, it'll be very funny.
We have to hurry. Now JJ is ahead of us. It's bad. We have to pass this test before him. This test looks simple, so everything will be fine. Great! I was able to pass this test. Now it's your turn. It's a very easy test, so you can definitely do it.
I wonder if they'll make it through without falling down once. Honestly, I'm surprised Mikey's doing so well in these trials. I thought he'd fall down the most. Well, that leaves his wife. Can she make it to the end without falling down once?
Great! You did it! We were able to complete this challenge without falling once. To be honest, I'm sure that we will be able to pass this test strip earlier and get the prize. It seems that the next test looks too difficult. I have to make it before the plate crushes me. I can definitely do it.
I knew it. I love watching Mikey get into really funny situations every time. He got crushed by a big piston. Okay, I want to watch him do this challenge one more time. He's gonna do this challenge again. It's gonna be funny if he falls down this time. Ho-ho!
How come I thought I had it, but I was unlucky? Okay, I'll definitely be able to pass this test this time. We're unlucky that our challenges are difficult, but JJ's is easy. Okay, I can pass the test this time, but first, I want to get some rest.
Okay, I think that's even better. I'll be the first to pass this challenge and claim my prize. Okay, this challenge is very difficult. If you get hit by the pickaxe, you fall down. You have to be on your guard. One extra move and it's all over. Be careful. We have to pass this test the first time. We can't waste any time here.
Great. So far, everything is going well. There's still a little bit left, and I'll get to the very end. In fact, this is not such a difficult test as it turned out. The most important thing is to wait for the right moment, and then everything will be fine.
Oh!
Great. I did it. I was able to pass this test. Now it's your turn. The main thing is not to rush and wait for the right moment. You've almost done it. There's still a little bit left.
All right, I did it. I made it through the challenge. Now it's your turn. Hurry up or we'll have to do the next challenge. Honestly, I love watching Mikey's reactions. He kept saying he couldn't wait for me to fall, but ironically, he ended up falling himself. It's just a little bit longer and I'm gonna make it to the end. Ho-ho! We have to pass this challenge before Mikey does. I wonder what prize we'll get when we get to the end of this challenge. All right, I did it. I made it through the challenge. All right, let's take a little break and watch Mikey pass the challenge.
I'm also curious how Mikey will do in the trials. I like watching Mikey. He has very funny reactions. I wonder if he'll be able to pass the challenge this time. Well, we'll find out now.
Okay, I've had my rest, and now I have my strength. I know how to do this test, so it's going to be very easy. All right, you've done it. Now it's my turn to do the test. All right, I did it. We made it through the test. All right, let's hurry up. We still have to pass the rest of the trials. We have to beat JJ. We're on a level playing field right now. But if we hurry, we can win and take the whole prize for ourselves. So we have to hurry. The next challenge is easy. We have to run through these spiders. They're not real, so don't worry.
Are you sure these spiders aren't real? They look real and they even move. Especially we don't know what happens at the end. I guess it doesn't matter who gets to the end first. Be careful, Mikey.
As you can see, this test is very easy. You don't even have to do anything. You need to run between the spiders so that they don't have time to get to you. You have to hurry. We don't have much time. There's a staircase leading to the second floor, so we've almost reached the very end.
I'm so afraid of spiders. They really annoy me. They're so disgusting. To be honest, it seems to me that we shouldn't have started going through these tests at all. We don't even know what will happen at the very end. Suddenly there will be no treasure there. These spiders are really nasty. I have to finish this test faster. I think these are real spiders after all, so I have to act very carefully.
There's still a little bit left, and you can reach the very end. To be honest, I think there's not much left, and we're still ahead of JJ, and we have to keep it up. We can pass this test before he does. Great! You were able to pass this test.
We have to hurry. We can't let Mikey get ahead of us. We have to get through this challenge quickly. We're lucky it's a parkour challenge again, so it won't be that hard. You'll be first then. I'm sure you can pass this challenge with flying colors, but you have to hurry. We don't have much time.
Well, I've practically passed this test. There's not much left. We have to hurry. I'm wondering what's at the end of this testing streak. Great. I passed this test. Now it's your turn. I'm sure you can do it. There's nothing complicated about it.
Now you have to pass this test. I am sure that you will succeed and you can easily pass this test. In fact, I think the trials on the second floor will be even more difficult. We have to hurry. Mikey has already passed this test. I can't let him get there before me. Great! You've almost passed the test. There's still a bit left. Ho-ho! Great! Now I have to pass this test. To be honest, I'm a little tired of all these trials, but I have to go through these trials to the very end, especially since I've already spent a lot of effort.
You've got to hurry up, JJ. There's not much left. You've almost passed the test. The most important thing is that you don't fall down now. You'll have to go through the challenge from the beginning. There's one more challenge, but it's very easy and we can get through it quickly.
Great! I did it! I was able to pass this test. We have to hurry and multiply on this ladder. To be honest, I wonder what will await us next.
We have to go through a very thin metal grate, and the most important thing is not to fall down. We can pass this test quickly. We must hurry because Mikey has already passed his test.
I want to see you fall down. I think it's gonna be really funny. I got this prize for what it's worth. I'm sure you're gonna fall down.
Mikey, get out of our way. You've been lucky enough to do all of your challenges easy. You had to run through a hallway with real spiders, and we have a really hard challenge. All right, I'm almost through the challenge. I have to concentrate on not falling down. There's still a little bit left and I'll make it. Ho-ho! In fact, I think there's a final challenge on the second floor, so we have to stay alert. Great, I made it through that challenge.
I thought you were gonna fall down. Either way, the prize is mine. I made it through the challenge without a single mistake, and you kept falling down. So the prize is mine, and you better give up and do nothing.
Mikey, have you forgotten that your family and you fell down 3 times or more? So don't be ridiculous. I'm sure the only prize you'll get is a pile of garbage. All right, we gotta get to the top and see what we get.
I hope that they will give me the diamonds that I deserve. I will take everything that will be there. I hope that there will be diamonds or emeralds.
We have to hurry. Mikey might try to take our prize. In fact, I think our prize will be better because we didn't fall once and were able to pass all the tests the first time. Great, we're almost there. There's a very long staircase.
I've been going through this ordeal for so long. I didn't understand it says here that we made 3 mistakes, but it's not true. Well, maybe we fell once, but definitely not more.
Well, we passed this challenge without any mistakes because we're stronger and better. I'm curious what prize you got, so open your chest first.
It's not fair. It's just garbage. I tried so hard while I was taking the tests.
Oh, okay, I want to see what's in my trunk. Great, there are golden apples here. They are very expensive and valuable. I can sell them and buy myself a new house and car. I'll buy you ice cream so you don't get upset.